Operation Mincemeat, conducted in 1943, was a meticulously crafted British deception operation designed to mislead Nazi Germany about the true target of the Allied invasion of southern Europe. At the time, Sicily was the logical and geographically obvious stepping stone from North Africa into Europe, and the Germans strongly suspected it as the next Allied target. To divert their attention, British intelligence devised a plan so bold and intricate that it would eventually become one of the most famous wartime deceptions in history. The core idea was to use a corpse carrying fake documents to convince the Germans that the Allies would invade Greece and Sardinia instead of Sicily. The operation was the brainchild of two British intelligence officers, Ewan Montague of the Royal Navy and Charles Chumley of MI5, who worked under the auspices of the 20 Committee, a group responsible for double agents and deception strategies. The body chosen was that of WWII Michael, a Welsh vagrant who had died from ingesting rat poison. Since his cause of death left no visible trauma, he was ideal for use as a drowned officer. He was given a detailed false identity as Major William Martin of the Royal Marines, complete with background details including a father in London, an invented fiancée named Pam, with love letters and a photo, unpaid bills, a letter from his bank, and personal items to make the persona believable down to the smallest detail. The key element, however, was a briefcase attached to the body containing top-secret documents, among them a letter from Lieutenant General Sir Archibald Nye, the Vice Chief of the Imperial General Staff, to General Sir Harold Alexander in Tunisia, discussing Allied plans to attack Greece and Sardinia, with Sicily mentioned only as a decoy to mislead the Axis. The body was transported in a specially made canister aboard the British submarine HMS Seraph and released off the coast of Huelva, Spain, on April 30, 1943. Huelva was selected because it was known to host a strong German intelligence presence through Spanish intermediaries who had connections with the WWII, the German military intelligence service. Once the body washed ashore, the Spanish authorities took possession of the documents, and, just as the British hoped, they were covertly copied by the Germans before being returned to the British embassy, with signs that they had been tampered with. To reinforce the deception, the British pretended to be in a panic over the loss of the briefcase, even sending coded messages asking about the status of the documents. The Germans took the bait. Adolf Hitler was convinced by the intelligence and ordered Field Marshal Erwin Rommel to move troops to Greece and the Balkans. German defenses in Sicily were consequently weakened, with fewer troops, aircraft, and naval units than expected. When Operation Husky, the actual Allied invasion of Sicily, was launched on July 10, 1943, it encountered much less resistance than anticipated, and the island fell to the Allies in just over a month. Operation Mincemeat had achieved its goal with astonishing success. It not only facilitated the conquest of Sicily but also had wider strategic effects, including undermining German trust in their intelligence assessments and giving the Allies a psychological advantage. The success of the operation also contributed to the eventual downfall of Mussolini's regime, which collapsed shortly after the invasion of Sicily. Operation Mincemeat was kept secret for decades, only fully revealed in the 1950s and later popularized through books and films. It remains a landmark in the history of military deception and a testament to the power of strategic misinformation, blending elements of espionage, creativity, and psychological manipulation into a masterstroke of wartime intelligence.